I have no idea if this is gonna work, but all I can do is see if my recording will work, because if not, there's something wrong with my system. It shows I'm on air. I'm waiting for it to pop up on my phone. It shows I'm on air. Okay, well this records. I'm waiting for it to pop up on my phone. So it looks like I'm going to be playing Stardew Valley. I wanted to play Tales today, but it won't load, so I'm playing Stardew. It's not what I wanted to play. I'm a little mad, because this is not what I originally wanted to play, but if I can't get a video to play for somebody, it's sort of redundant for me to sit here. And I don't care if people can come and go. I've never really cared. I've said that repeatedly. I'm sorry, Sergio, that I was talking to on Tales, but if I can't play, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to sit there and play a game and nobody can watch. That's just stupid. I don't want to do that. That's just mean to people. This was not my plan for the day, but it'll fucking record where others apparently don't want to, so. Fun, fun, fun. This was not my plan. Oh, I didn't know that's what this thing did. Ooh, nice. Thank you, weird statue. I've got crap to do. Hello, person. If you want to talk, you can talk. If you don't want to talk, you don't gotta talk. I'm not gonna make you. Stupid duck. Oh, hi, Sergio. I didn't know you were here. Yeah, I didn't know my recording had no video. When I checked it originally, it had video. And then I figured, oh, okay, I'll check, because my on air sign went down. And it was like, nope, screw you, no video. Which, I don't want to watch somebody game and there's no video. Even I'd be bored. I'd want to take a nap. And apparently my goats have no milk. Stupid goats. Oh, those are coming along. I know it's not Tales, but I'm not too happy. I wanted to play Tales, honestly, but there's no video. And I don't know why until I can actually have my friend, you know, take a look at my system. I have no clue where it is. I don't know why. So it's one of those, I can only wait. Were you able to see any video? Because mine all showed it blank from the get-go. Because see, I have my phone usually up so I can keep an eye on video quality, make sure it's at least still running. I'm not very original with the name on this one. I just put Stardew Valley. I'm lazy today, apparently. I am sorry that it's not Tails. That's what I had planned for today. Because I have to re-download some of my games on my systems, and I sat up all night making sure. It is like Harvest Moon. It's called Stardew Valley. Basically, it's a lot like Harvest Moon. You get a little farm that your grandfather, when he passes away, leaves you. And like Stardew, like any Harvest Moon game, you get married, you raise a farm, you know, you have kids, you go about your business. It's honestly what this whole game is. The only difference is Harvest Moon doesn't usually have a lot of mining or any of that. At least none I ever played did. Don't get me wrong, they have fishing, which you can see. But a lot of the old Harvest Moon games were they were pretty linear. You know, they followed a certain path. It was like, hey, go here, do this, do that, move about your day. I like this game better than Harvest Moon, to be completely honest, just because Harvest Moon's done the same thing since day one. It's just a repetitive farming. This, you can go down into a mine and fight people. Well, fight monsters, slimes and stuff. It's like Harvest Moon meets Dragon Quest. That's the best way I can put it. At least for me, that's how it feels. But there's so many people in this town that you have to have social interactions with. Like, this is the town drunk right here. She's the town drunk and she's the bus driver. I don't know how to feel about that. How far am I on this thing? Yeah, it's also $15 on the PlayStation Store. I mean, it's a lot cheaper. Like, what's sad is if you went to go get this at like a GameStop or any entertainment center like Best Buy, stuff like that, you're gonna pay $30 for a $15 game on the PlayStation Network. And they just released this not too long ago on the Xbox One. I have a few friends who've played it on that system, and it looks about the same either which system you go. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'll show you where you go. There's multiple places to fight monsters, but I'll show you one. I'll give this guy a flower. I've been working on making him my friend. Yeah, that's the other thing is you can actually, unlike Harvest Moon, you can actually see where your friendship is building. You know, whether you've actually gotten anywhere or if you're still at the beginning. It's a pretty big world. I mean, that's your map. I mean, literally, this is the entire map. It's a good chunk. We'll hop a ways down, that way you can actually make sure, okay, I don't have any monster killing things. Sometimes you pick up monster killing quests, and I wasn't sure if I had any or not. Just like any game. It's like Harvest Moon meets Minecraft meets the old style Dragon Quest. It's all just a cluster of different games. I like the game because of its simplicity. It's not overdone. It's not. A lot of the games today are so overdone graphically. You lose interest in the game just for the graphics. Like, I love The Witcher, but when I first played The Witcher, their mouse didn't even move. Yeah, there's so many games you could tie this to. That's one reason I wound up enjoying it is there's just like multiple genres of role-playing games all wrapped up in one. And a lot of people wind up, you know, becoming very finicky with the games, like these games. They're like, oh, well, it's not very good looking. Well, I mean, this game does have, it's not horrible graphics, but if you compare it to a lot of newer games, like, if you've seen what the new Kingdom Hearts looks like, or, like, even the Tales game I was playing, if you had seen the video, the stupid game, the graphics have gotten so much better in gaming. I like the simplicity of this. You know, it's got good graphics, but it's not where you lose gameplay for graphics. A lot of games out anymore have amazing graphics, but then when you actually start in the game, it's boring. You know, you spend 2-3 hours trying to just level up a couple levels, and by the time you actually level up, you've lost interest. But yeah, this is basically like the mining area. This is how it's set up. And I'm already full of junk, so... Do I have the stuff to make... Okay, I have the stuff to make one. I'll throw the fiber away. I'll show you one aspect that I greatly enjoy about this game. Run! I love blowing up things in this game. But, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of video games, like older style video games, wrapped into one as far as I see it. And it's good. I mean, it's not overdone like so many games are anymore. Because I want to get to town fast and I'm lazy. I miss the store, but it's okay. They close fairly early in this game, so... I have no idea what's happening, just so you know. Oh, okay, I know what's happening now. Well, it was faster to take the mine cart than it was to walk. Great, I'm drunk. The game has made me drunk. That's why the little bubble's above my head. Yeah, there's... In the very beginning of this game, you have to walk everywhere. And once you get high enough... Oh, thank God I'm no longer drunk. Once you get high enough, you don't have to walk as much if you have, like, minecarts. And they're a lot faster to get around with. Otherwise, like, just to get from the mines back to my house would be the same trip you saw me take. Where if I wanted to go to the mines right now, I just come right here, hop in, boom. I don't want to be here anymore, I can go to the quarry. It's just a lot faster than running everywhere. Especially in later parts of the game where you're half asleep, you've spent hours in the mine, you're barely comatose, and you have very little health. That's a lot faster. I've got too much junk. I have too much game junk. I'm sure this is exciting. Let's look at all this game junk she has. I don't even know what half of this crap is some days. I don't think that's the one. I'll have to see if that's the piece I'm needing for the... There's one place I'm trying to finish. Yeah, like... I love fast traveling. Like, if I pulled out Fallout 4, I have to start all my games over because my boyfriend deleted everything like an idiot. But Fallout 4, fast traveling is like a necessity. If you can't fast travel, you're SOL a lot. I mean, I don't know how many times I've basically died in a game because I couldn't fast travel to where I needed to be. And that's the one thing that's always been a little annoying to me is the older games that didn't have fast travel. It's like, why? Look at the advancements you guys have made. Why didn't you have this before? Were you lazy? Were you drunk? Did you not know what you were doing? These are just questions that come to my mind. But then again, if we had the games we have now when I was a kid, I'd probably be some 600-pound beach of a whale of a woman. I'd be completely honest, because I didn't like to go outside much as a kid. I don't go outside now just because I have medical issues that I'm not going to go into. But I can't imagine what I'd been like if the advancements in gaming technology was the way it was when we were all kids. I mean, I've been playing video games since the original Atari. If that tells you anything, I've played since the Atari. And people go, oh no, yes, Pong, Galaxy Defenders, that stupid sun game where the sun tried to eat you, which I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but for God's sakes, I played the original E.T. that killed the Atari. Which, I'll be honest, I hated that game. But everything's so different than what it used to be, and a lot of the time, I greatly enjoy it. No, this is not a walkthrough of my life. This is just me rambling. It's not even a walkthrough of the game. If it was a walkthrough of the game, I could literally tell you what you need to know, where you need to go, all that. You ask, I'll tell you, but I was just talking to Sergio. Trust me, if I went through a walkthrough of my life, we'd all die. I'd be bored. I'm just gonna say that. I'd be bored of my own life. I mean, I play these games for my own entertainment, if somebody else is entertained or I can help you in your game, I'm more than happy to. I mean, I got stuck when I first played this. I had a horrible time getting anywhere. But if you guys want to know anything from where something's found to how to kill something, I'm more than happy to help. You just gotta talk to me. Because otherwise I'm gonna sit here in silence and I'm gonna get bored. Then again, I play the game anyway, so I get bored halfway through anything. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever said, is if you guys want to know anything about the game, you want to know any logistics about the game, I've played Life is Strange, and I've completed it, but yeah. I played it on the Xbox One. And Kane, if you don't have nice things to say, you know, nobody's making you stay. Just gonna say that. Well, it's just the way you came across. You're like, you should. Life is strange. You have something in common. Me and that game don't have much in common. I've played the game. You don't make me, dude. I'm sorry. You don't make me. Yes, you are a viewer, and I'm not gonna be like, oh no, blah blah blah. But as I said, I play games for my own amusement. If somebody wants to watch, has questions about the game, wants any help, I'm happy to help. But I'm not gonna sit here and have somebody tell me, oh well, you're in common with this game. I'm not. I'm me. I am who I am. And the likelihood that you would ever have met me other than this game is slim. No. I don't have to chill. I'm me. If you don't like it, you have the complete ability to dislike the video and walk away. Yes, I've heard of fun, but I've also heard of people having common sense to realize that's the one thing about YouTubers. I play for myself. I'm not playing for views. I'm not being paid to play. That's the thing. That if I was Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, then you could say, yeah, I make you. You would. I'm too low on the totem pole. I haven't even gone and checked to see if there's any onions this time yet. Oh, hello. I do it because I love it. I love playing video games. I do. I honestly adore video games. I couldn't imagine a world without them. Honestly, that would be a horrifying experience. Okay, and your 2 words are? I'm just saying, I'm suck it. That's so old. That's just sad. Yeah, it's just, I've heard that term since I was a kid. Suck it, blow it, go fook yourself. I've heard too many of those things for years. I don't know, Sergio. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I hate this thing some days. But any which way. What is my thing doing? Okay, there we go. I don't know what's happening. Everything went loco moco. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You want to be a troll, and you're expecting it to bother me. That's the one thing I sort of think is a little funny, is it doesn't faze me. I'm too old to care. That's why I said, like, when you said, I make you. I don't care. Whatever floats your proverbial boat, man. Words don't faze me. No, I'm not saying you're a mean troll. I just know you're trying to troll. You know what? If you could, Sergio, if you could bring me Brazilian food, I would be highly interested, because I'm hungry and I don't want to get up. That, and I've had Brazilian food before, and it's really good. So, that's at least my opinion on food. Oh, don't actually get me started on food. I'm hungry. My pizza didn't show up, and I called about my pizza, and they're like, oh, well, apparently something went wrong with our ordering system, and you haven't been charged. Yes, you damn Americans. Yes, I am American, but I'm not always hungry. It's the fact that it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Here, where I'm at, I'd ordered a pizza about 2 hours ago. They messed up my order. Apparently it didn't go through, so they refunded my money, and when I tried to order again, on the phone, they hung up on me, so I gave up trying. I don't really give two shits. I'll be completely honest. You're trying to play a mind game, which trolls are good for. Fruit is the way. Yeah, you're not going to be able to pronounce my name probably anyway. But I have fruit. I had a fruit cup for breakfast, thank you. I didn't have lunch because I'd planned to have pizza for dinner. That's was the process. I was like, okay, instead of having some heavy lunch, I'll wait and just have pizza for dinner, and then I'm not overeating. So you can start with, I know everybody's like, oh, Americans are overweight. No, I do not want a cookie. If I wanted a cookie, I could go bake a cookie. Hello. I like your I like that your name says squirrel. I'm gonna be honest. I love squirrels. That's awesome. Thank you. I did not hardly do most of it. I really didn't even do anything to. But thank you. Are you also playing the game? Kane, I know that you're trying to troll. I know you're trying, but it won't work. Wow, that's awesome. I have no squirrels in my family. We had one squirrel, but he went a little nuts and ran away. My mom used It's okay, the caps don't faze me. They really don't. I didn't know if you'd been playing the game. That's why I asked if you've played the game. I'm not saying, hey, okay, well, go away. No, you can stay. I'm not gonna kick you out just because, you know. Actually, I don't kick anybody out. If I did, Kane would be gone. Ha ha ha. No. Anyway. And I don't know why your mom told you to eat alleyways. I don't know what each your 5 days were, so I'm just gonna go with alleyways. I'm not starstruck. That's cool. I never got married to Shane. See, I got married to Sebastian. See, I got married to Goth Man. There. Yeah, you're telling me to go from my own channel and my own live stream. Not exactly logical there. Just gonna say. Sort of hard to leave my own channel. I mean, I could just close my channel down. But I'm not gonna do that, so. Actually, I am married, so yeah. Your life is apparently your life must be sad enough that you feel the need to lash out at other people. Cause guess what? I also have a degree in psychology. And the first thing that anybody does who has a miserable life is they attack other people, which you've done nothing but try to do, Kane. And as I said, you can't faze me. I'm sorry, I know you're trying. Not gonna work. Well, actually, he also likes void chicken eggs. You didn't have to go down and get the frozen tears, and I know what you mean. They're a pain in the butt to go get. Trust me, that's what I originally started with. I've got my live stream also up on my phone, so I can see that. Okay, well, have you ever seen where you can get void chicken eggs? I can show you. I mean, you're a nice squirrel. I like you. You can hang out with me anytime. Oh yeah, I forgot. I updated the community center last night. So you haven't got Krobus yet. Okay. Have you gotten to the desert yet? Well, it depends. You haven't got to the desert yet. Do you know how to get to the desert? Seriously, Kane, if you're not going to talk with any respect, just leave. Literally, I'm not fazed by your drama. Literally, all you're doing is showing what an asshole you are. And I'm not a MILF. If you don't know what a MILF is, you can't use that term, you idiot. See, why should I go out of my way to deal with you? You know, you're the one who wants to sit here and act special, but if you want me to ban you, to block you, I can, and that's not a problem. But the system won't let me see this. Okay, as long as you know how. But you know what, Kane, you want to play, fine. You know what, I don't care. There you go. You can enjoy a timeout. So, you have fun with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna put up with him. I'm sorry. He doesn't faze me. I'm used to people trying to act like they're assholes that, you know, stuff like that. It doesn't faze me. It really doesn't. Because I grew up in a family where people, you know, they want to act like everything's one way or another. Fine. This was the pain that took me forever, Squirrel, was getting this stupid thing done. Oh, and here comes Buttface. I hate that guy. Sergio, you still around, or did you take off too? Get him. Get him, Pierce. Get him. Your internet's just fine, Squirrel. You take your time. Yeah, let's settle this the old-fashioned way. You're on a journey to walk across the world? Awesome. Now, where have you walked so far? And Sergio, I'm happy you're still here at least. It's okay. You don't have to talk. I was just curious if you were still around. That's all. Oh my. Well, it's cool that you've been all over the place. I couldn't walk around the world. I got a messed up hip and messed up knees, I'd fall down after about an hour. Well, I understand you haven't only walked. I'm just saying if I walked more than an hour, I'd fall down. That's all I was saying, is if I walked more than an hour, I'd just fall down. Now, if I remember right, JoJo Mart's gone now. I know it's probably Jojo, but I always called it JoJo because that's what popped in my head. Yep, it's a gone. I won. I beat the store. Just run around with a trophy over my head for no apparent reason. That's how we roll. Well, I'll be honest. The reason I asked is because, see, I have no problem. I'll show you mine. I'm not showing to be like, oh, look at what all I did. Most of mine, once you can get to the Desert Oasis store, there's a lady named Sandy. Now, mind you, they're 1,000 a piece, but she sells those Omni Geodes. And you can buy a whole bunch of them and unlock a lot of that. I wish I had food. I'm so tempted to just go put like ramen in the microwave or the stove or something and let it cook, and then, because it takes a while either which way. I don't have to attend it. I've been cooking it for so many years. So, what all have you guys done if you've played the game? I know Sergio hasn't, and that's completely fine. He doesn't have to do nothing he don't wanna. Excuse me for the yawn. I hate yawning in the microphone, but sometimes your body just does what it wants. That is a long ways to travel, and it's cool that you rode in a boxcar, and I'm not going to ask you why you rode a bull. Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan. Him, Bruce Lee. Gotta love a good kung fu movie. So sad. I didn't expect even that to just happen. I don't know when I'm gonna have weird little cutscenes. Here, I will give you a flower. You probably didn't like it, but I gave it to you anyway. So how'd you come up with a squirrel, Jaden squirrel, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just a little curious. See, mine's a mix of my name, my actual name. I won't say how, but mine's a mix of it, so I was just curious. Okay. Well, if you had minded, I wasn't gonna be like, you must tell me. I need to know all your life secrets. How did you get your nuts into the tree? I'm not gonna be like that. That's just rude. Then again, I've seen people do that. Hi, Snowflake. I just had a chihuahua hop on me. I'm still here. I'm not running off. My dog's basically saying, please get me food. I am hungry. And I don't walk too good, so sometimes it takes a little bit of me to get around. Oh man, some days I wish I'd never been hit by that car. At least then I could walk. Not hobble through like an old man. That's awesome. That's actually really cool. I can walk. It's okay. I'll go into mine real quick. When I was about 18, I got hit by a car, and it messed up my left hip. It messed up basically my entire left leg, and I can walk. It's just getting very far very quickly is like pulling teeth. So, I mean, it's not like my leg's completely broken or anything. It's just muscles and everything they're sore. They don't work as well. It's hard to bend my leg a lot. So it's not that I cannot walk at all. It's just, it's harder for me to walk. You know, most people hop up into a chair. You know, they hop out of their chair. They walk across the room. They walk back without any issues. Mine takes about a minute or two just to get out of the chair. A minute to get across the room, and then a minute to get back. And it's not that I'm broken. It's just it hurts. So I don't have the greatest speed when it comes to getting around. It's also why I said it takes me a minute to just move around. If I said, hold up, bear with me, I wasn't taking off. It's just when my dog basically looks at me and says, there's no food in the bowl, feed me, I sort of have to get up. Because she's my baby and she'll throw a big fit if I don't make sure she's got her food and her water and all that. I don't know what I do with the... I wonder if I... Okay. Sorry, my brain rambled real quick. My brain realized I just got that. I don't know if I'll be able to go to the secret little creature village yet. Those are almost done. It's just hard some days to walk. Once I'm standing up, I'm fine. You're saving for... Oh, the $2 million catalog? Yeah, so am I. All the furniture I have in there is because I picked it up randomly. Like, I'd buy it without realizing I bought it. Other than a few select pieces the game gave me. I thought it was 200. I thought it was 2 million. I could be wrong. I just thought it was 2 million. Because I have 52,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the catalogs. If you're talking about are you talking about the furniture catalog? I want to be sure I'm on the same wavelength as you. Because it's really easy for me to get lost. That's 200. That's 2 million if I'm correct, because I haven't been able to buy it. I bought the flooring and the walling, but like the wallpaper and the floors, but I'm pretty sure that's 2 million. I can't check the store because she's already closed, but once the store opens up again, I'll go. Aha! I was correct. I can go here now. Holy crap, he was married? Did anybody know that? Because I didn't. I was not aware that the wizard was once married. If I had, I wouldn't have made all the horrible jokes I randomly made to a friend of mine about how that's the one guy in the game you can't get married to. And he's the most interesting random guy in the game. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it is 200,000. His wife turned green. Anybody else notice that she's got to be a witch? Great, I get a quest. Oh look! There she goes. That was a witch. I've seen way too many movies. My brain started screaming, "Ban the witch! Ban the witch!" Well, how can you tell if she's a witch? If she you can only tell if she's a witch if she weighs the same as a duck. Yeah, he's a wizard. I know he looks like a cowboy, but he's a wizard. He's one of the weirdest persons in the game. Have you not met him? He lives in the Wizard's Tower out by Marnie's farm. Yeah, they both sell different things. I always thought that part was stupid. All that hard work you do. You have to buy a catalog for furniture, but you have to buy and then you also have to buy a catalog for my brain went dead for a minute. You have to buy a catalog for both the furniture and the wallpaper. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. But this is a game, so a lot of things that would make sense to you and me makes no sense in this. So I mean, honestly, when I first heard of this game, I watched the YouTuber Markiplier play it, and all I did was scream at the TV the entire time he played. And I'll be honest, I did scream at the TV because I was like, no, you missed this. You didn't get that. Go back. And he just kept going. And it's like, yeah, now I have to play the game just so I can do it right. That's usually what happens. That's how I wind up with strange little games nobody's ever heard of from time to time. Like Dungeon Defenders. I played that game way back in the old days on Xbox. And now they got Dungeon Defenders 2 on the PS4, and I wound up downloading it last night, thinking, who knows, maybe I might like it. I'm not putting much stock in it, but because apparently it's supposed to be a sequel. He has too many catalogs. I completely 1000% agree. There are too many catalogs in this game. And if you didn't buy the stuff from the Joja Mart has a sign, a wallpaper, and something else I can't remember off the top of my head. And you have to buy them before you finish the community center. It's the only way you can go to it. What do I have? Well, I don't have a potato, so Ken's out of luck. There's actually only two catalogs. There's the furniture catalog and there's the flooring catalog. Pierce sells the flooring catalog, and Robin sells the everything else catalog. Like this lamp I wound up buying from the Mysterious Traveler when I was trying to buy strawberry seeds. I know she only sells you one, but that's what happened. I don't know if you know this, Squirrel, but the best fruit you can sell to make money, and I'll show you once it's all grown and I sell it, other than what I make into wine and... Oh, wait a minute. That was a weird sound. Oh, it's raining. Other than what I make into wine and jelly, I sell all the star fruit. It makes quite a bit of money. And in case anybody wants to know, this is a baby in the game. They make some weird babies in this game. Oh, nice. Fried calamari. Fried mushroom. Yuck. Fish taco. Crispy bass. Pale broth. Chowder. Awesome. It's open 7 days a week. Apparently I got sent rocks. I got sent rocks. I don't know how to feel. This is how I feel about those. That's how I feel. I don't know what do you say when somebody gives you a thing of rocks? Oh, thank you. I've always wanted these rocks. How did I ever live without these rocks? I don't know what you say to that. I'm gonna start just whacking all these barrels if they don't finish producing whatever they're producing. Ah, now I got horrible songs in my head. Almost done. In case you didn't know, the name of this pig is actually pig. That's Japanese for pig. I don't know why I did that. I was bored. That's the only animal I actually named. All the other animals are just randomized. Well, I'm sorry. In the barn, that's the only one I named. I named one in the chicken coop. The only reason I named it is because I wound up getting a duck with the opposite name, so I had to. I thought it was poetic. Not drama. I did not name Trauma. That was randomized. I named this duck. And the only reason I named that duck is this duck. It randomized it as Daisy, and I had to. Porco? Really? Makes me think of Studio Ghibli, Porco Rosa. And if that's why, I swear my brain is going to explode. Now I want to watch Studio Ghibli, but I don't have Porco Rosso. I used to, but I never watched it enough, so. That's a question. Thoughts on Studio Ghibli? I don't know. It's randomized. I get bored. I ask stupid questions that really have no answer, but someone has to have an answer. I don't know who, but somebody. Though that was thank you for telling me that, Sergio. I did not know that, actually. I didn't know that. I used to know the French word for pig, but I forgot what it was. Too many years since I thought about a pig. The only reason I knew both of was pig is a friend of mine's dad would always make that comment that we were going to eat a whole bunch of butter. I still think that Mr. Squirrels there is trying to come to grips that there's multiple catalogs for no apparent reason. See, this is Sandy. Sandy likes flowers. I'm working on making her my friend. But see where this honey is? It randomizes. Every day you go back, she'll have something different at the bottom. I don't know why. I'm gonna just collect a whole bunch of coconuts. So are you guys watching off phones, PlayStation 4, YouTube? I'm just curious. Not that I'm gonna get mad, be like, how dare you? How dare you watch me play a game off that? I was just curious. I've watched people play games off all kinds of things. Lewis, Haley, PC, YouTube. Awesome. Oh, excuse me. I hate yawning. Right there's the wallpaper and floor catalog. I gotta go see an old man about a leak before I forget. Oh, I have a cutscene. Ooh, cookies. Woohoo, I learned how to make cookies. Not that I didn't already know how to make cookies in real life, but that's epic. I think our squirrel friend has passed on to the great nutty peanut butter sky. I don't know, I'm strange. Hi, Snowflake. I'm actually having more views than I usually have, other than the Kane guy. I don't know if he's still there. Either which way. Dang it, I didn't mean to give him the... I gave him a shell. I didn't mean to give him that, but okay. Half the time you try to do something in this game, it just goes, nah, I'm gonna do what I want. Now I go see... I'm in the sewer. Stinky land of the west. Alrighty then, that's one way to open things. Aha, yes. I don't care if it's that price, I will buy one. It's a lot cheaper than what it costs to make one. This is the sewer. That's why it's all sort of green and gross looking. Oh great, I'm gonna have flying bugs at me in a second. Stupid bug. first time I've ever been in this area, though. I just had a bug give me soup. I don't know how to feel about this. I just got soup from a dead bug. Dang, I'll take soup from a dead bug. It heals quite a bit. Ow. I don't know what's down here. I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, well, as I said, it's on, it's $15 on the PS4. I have no clue how much it is off the, PC, off, like, Steam. I don't know off the top of my head. It's a really fun game. It's just one of those, some days, it gets a little mundane some days. Like, this is the first time I've ever been in here. Like, where all these bugs are. I've never been in here before. But I had to come get the Dark Talisman thing, so. It takes a bit to get started, though, once you actually get into the game. It's not the game itself to get started, it's just, like, the farm. If you don't know when you start, like, what you need to grow, you can get a hold of me. I'll help you any way I can. I mean, you can literally just send me a message on here and I'll help you however I can. But, like, I didn't know this, but you want to try and save money to buy strawberries so you can grow them the second spring turns over when you first start. That way you have them for the second year. But at the same time, you want to try and get to grow stuff that multiplies. So, you know, like in this game, you grow green beans. It's a multiple. You know, it doesn't just grow once and you're done, like a lot of it. Well, I don't know if the price will change. Well, it will probably change. I know it's $15 where I'm at, so I don't know what the equivalent will be for you. I wish I did, then I'd be like, hey, it's this much, but I don't have a clue. Well, the name you see on the channel is my PlayStation name as well, so it's not that hard to find me. And as I've always told people, I'm always happy to help anyone any way I can. Well, it's still cheaper than going to a video game store, I'll tell you that. Because brand new at our video game stores, it's almost $35. Well, yes, Reais is... I knew that Reais was Brazilian money. It's the same with the loonie is Canadian money, and rubles is Russian, and marks are French. I got what you were referring to. Wow, that's crazy. I'll admit that one's crazy. Then again, standard for equivalent exchange is always crazy anymore. I've always thought there should just be international money, that it all has the same value all around the world. It'd be easier on everybody, and there'd be none of this. No, there's nothing against, Brazil or anywhere. It'd just be so much easier than be like, oh, I'm from Canada, I have the loonie. I'm American, I have the dollar. It'd just be easier. Everybody has the same money. I don't know, maybe I get told I'm insane. Personally, I think it would logically make sense. I mean, the equivalent of money anymore is just all over the place. Hello, Micah. Or Yayo, or however you want to say hello. Welcome to whatever the hell I'm doing. I have no idea what it is anymore other than talking and gaming. If you have any questions about the game, or actually any questions at all, that's not, something that would be private, no. Whew. You can ask. I have no problem answering. Nice picture of a cat, by the way. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Move, Chicky. Oh, my face. Oh, wrong way. It is and it isn't. It's the name. Part of it is my real name. I'm not going to say which one because, it's so easy to steal a human identity anymore. But part of it is my real name. It's like an anagram. I used to have my real name on my channels and on stuff like that, but it got to the point people were trying to get into my emails and my stuff like that because my name's attached to those, and it got complicated, so it's no longer my full name is no longer on there. Gotta protect yourself nowadays. Not that I'm saying everybody out, like, people, I'm not saying you guys are gonna, like, try to hack into me or anything. It's just, I don't put my real name out anymore. It got to the point of, it got weird. The only thing I always can confer is I am a girl. The name on my channel is associated to my real name. And I love to play video games. Other than that, I won't agree to nothing. I've had people ask me, like, oh, well, if you're a girl, would you do this? And it's like, yeah, no. Yeah, I like Stardew Valley too. Hello, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. I know that it's Cade's, but I'm not gonna try. It won't translate your name, so. But yeah, I love Stardew Valley too. No, your name itself isn't weird to pronounce or anything like that. It's actually, I can pronounce Sergio without any issues. I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name because I would never get it right. I know I wouldn't. I have 3 cousins named Sergio. One's Italian, one's Philippine. He's from the Philippines, and one is Greek. And that's the only reason I know Sergio without any issues. If I didn't have my cousins, I wouldn't have known. Yeah, I like Stardew Valley too. No, trust me, nobody's names is ever gonna really look or sound weird. I'm not gonna try. Because I'm gonna horribly pronounce it. It's gonna sound horrible. I would even feel insulted if I tried. I'm gonna just say that right now. I would feel bad. Because I know I won't be able to pronounce it. I know my limitations, and I know I can't pronounce. I can't pronounce your name, and I'm not gonna try. The only way I'd have it anyway pronounced is I'd put it into Google and have Google pronounce it for me, because that's the closest I'll ever get. I mean, people trying to pronounce the name that's attached to my account is horrifying. So that's why I said no. I'm sorry, I won't. I just don't want to. I don't want to be that person that everybody goes, Oh, she can't even pronounce a name, and I can't. I don't want to be rude. I just don't want to be rude. I mean, I can be rude, I can be insulting. It's just you haven't done anything to me, so I don't feel the need to be like mean or do anything, you know, hurtful or anything to you. You've been nice, so I don't want to be not mean. And I know I'll never be able to say it correctly. I mean, if I thought I had a chance, I would, but... Yeah, see, I know my pronunciation of words are so far off, but sometimes I gotta try, even though I know they sound horrible. And that's how it honestly would look like here. It looks like Porco. I know it's probably, I have to roll my R or roll the C, you know, I'm not sure how, but logically that would be what my brain would think I'd have to do. Porso? I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna make myself look like a bigger idiot than Americans already are, and I'd rather not. And yes, I will happily claim that most Americans are idiots. And I say that because, one, I'm American. Two, I know I got family all around the world. I've heard it since I was little how idiotic we sound. That's why I don't try. I just know I don't like to offend people if I can avoid it. Just me. Oh, excuse me. I'll just give people onions today. I'll run around and just give out onions. That's how you tell people you like them in the game. You run around and just hand them an onion. Here, have an onion. Have an onion. I don't care if it makes people mad at me. It's just like, here, have an onion. Here you go. My gift to you. An onion. Oh, my eyes. Oh, man. Just had my dog almost lick my eyeball, which was not something I had on my battle plan today. Nobody apparently likes my game onions. Try to share the love and I give people onions and nobody wants it. I know he'll like the onion. See? He always likes everything. Oh, man. It's flying away. I have a question, and people really... Yes, people do eat that, but then again, they'll also eat it for dinner, for lunch. They'll eat bacon, eggs, and pancakes at all weird hours. I'm an American, and I'll be honest, I don't really eat much bacon. I'd rather eat like sausage. I do love eggs, and I do eat pancakes, but it's not like an everyday thing. I can't. That'd make me sick. But we do eat it. A lot of people eat a lot of bacon. Bacon is slowly, I feel like, is becoming America's national food. And I'm being honest, I'm not trying to make a joke. It's becoming like that anymore. Everybody I know eats bacon. I'll be honest, I've never understood. Bacon is life. Yeah, a lot of my friends say bacon is life. For me, it's not, because I don't eat it. It's nothing against bacon. I can eat bacon. I just don't. It's not a real big appeal to me. I'd rather eat ham. And yes, I know that they're both from the pig, but I'd rather eat ham, like Canadian bacon or ham, or honestly, I'd love ham. I'd rather have ham in the morning than I ever would bacon. Because bacon's in so much fat, I'd rather just not. Maybe I'm crazy. I just don't see the appeal. I've never seen the appeal of bacon. At least not to the cult following it has. Look. To me, it's just fried meat. That's what it is to me. It's fried meat. Just like almost everyone I know eats so much chili, it's not funny. I mean, I like chili as much as the next person, but there is a time and a place. No, I love chicken. I love chicken too, don't get me wrong. I do. I love chicken. Especially if it's like chicken and dumplings or fried chicken or... Oh, there's so many chicken recipes that comes to mind. But out of all the meat, hamburger, chicken, pork, lamb, I'd rather have anything pork and then chicken than beef. And then it just becomes iffy on how I feel during the week for the rest of every other animal. Because it's not that I don't like animal, like I love lamb. But lamb is so expensive here. I mean, in the States, lambs are ridiculous. But it's because it's so expensive, I avoid it. But pork, like ham, sausage, everything from pork is cheaper than everything else. and I mean everything else, food-wise, is cheaper. And I'm cheap. I don't have, like, most Americans are like, oh, I'm rich. I am not rich by, well, not every American. God knows not all of us are rich. But a lot of people think, oh, well, if you're gaming, you got to be rich, you know, to afford things. And that's far from the truth as humanly possible. I'm poorer than most people I know. But, you know, I don't let it faze me. It's life. But in the grand scale of things, because I don't have a lot of money, I have to be very frugal, so I'm used to buying cheap stuff. And I mean really cheap stuff. I mean, a friend bought me this game because she bought it for me for my birthday. But otherwise, I wouldn't even have this game. So, then again, I'm so happy I do, because it is a great time filler. Whether people watch or not, I only started recently streaming because a friend of mine said, you know, you're already playing the game, you might as well stream, talk to people, see if you can't help them, because I used to make game walkthroughs online back when game walkthroughs were common. Now everybody just goes to video. But I used to do gaming walkthroughs. I'd spend days and weeks playing games to write up a walkthrough to help somebody. Now everybody can just jump online and be like, hey, let's go to YouTube. Hey YouTube, what do I need to do this? Put me out of business, basically. Now you made me want chicken, and I don't have any right now. The only chicken I guess I have is either roast chicken ramen or a can of chicken noodle soup. Because I didn't get any chicken last month. I was too lazy. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot right now. I have a bowl of chili a friend of mine had brought me. Well, a friend of mine made chili the other day, and I had a bowl left, and I'm nibbling on chili and Fritos. And I don't want to be rude and sit here and chew with my mouth open for everybody. That's just rude.
Chili can be spicy. It's basically hamburger meat. Well, any kind of meat, really. I know people who make it with deer and people who make it with chicken. It's meat, beans, spices, and then it varies. Some people use like onions and stuff like that. And basically, it's cooked. And the one my friend makes me is it has no spice to it really. It's got a little bit, but not enough to write home about because I can't have too much spice because my stomach, it would kill me. Oops, sorry. I did not mean to do that. I accidentally hit a button and it backed out. Sometimes this system's so finicky. A truffle. Okay. So how's Brazil? A friend of mine told me it was raining, but then again, I never know what's going on. Then again, she's near Rio de Janeiro, so that could mean anything. Cool. She's down there, she's not on spring or summer break. She's down there for her school. She had to go, she's, basically, she's not quite at summer vacation, but she decided to take it early, and she's down there on vacation. I don't know where she is. I just know she sent me a big picture of the giant Jesus on the hill. That's all I know. That's what she sent me. And she told me it was raining. But I got the email like early this morning for me, so I don't know what time it would have been there. Oh, cutscene with the old dude. Do, do, do. Well, I can understand it's been hot. I'm in Arizona. If that tells you anything. It was 120 some odd degrees the other day. Yeah, it's extremely hot here too. So hot I thought I'd cook myself. So other than the hot weather, how's Rio? Don't you have a festival coming up? I could be wrong, it just, that's what it sounded like in her email, so I was just like, oh, okay. I know it wasn't Carnival, but I don't remember what she said was coming. Well, I just know she said there was a festival or something coming up that she was going to take pictures because she's going to college to be a photographer. And she said she was going to take pictures. That's the big reason I knew she'd gone down to Rio. For I don't know what she went for, but I just knew that was... She was going down there to take pictures of, like, the rainforest and stuff like that. And the giant Jesus and all that for her photography classes. I'm sorry, the controller died. I can understand that the giant Jesus is overrated, but her class is having like a... I don't know if you've ever done it, but the scavenger hunt, but it's with photos. They have to take photos of certain places on a list. Her and like 5 other students all chose to go to Rio. Some went to Paris, and you know, even if they couldn't afford to go to another country, they could stay local and, you know, do local photos. But, you know, she saved up to go to Rio. I don't know what all she'd planned to see. I just know that she has to take a... She was supposed to get on an airplane and fly around the giant Jesus. That's all I know. Other than that, I don't know nothing. And you'd know better than I would if it's overrated. I don't know any of things about that. To me, it's just a big statue. It's along the lines of a big naked David. You know, that's how I see it. It might as well just be a big David that Michelangelo did, and he's naked. Just a giant naked David. That's the equivalent to me. But I'm not religious, so for me, that's just sort of like, meh. You know. I know, it's just a big statue. But people see it as religious. So, you know. As I said, it could just be a big naked statue to me. I get that it's Jesus, but I don't think Jesus ever wanted to be a gigantic statue, you know? I'm pretty sure Jesus didn't say, you know what, I'm dead. I rose from the dead. I want people to remember me as a giant statue. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jesus had an ego nobody knew about. I just think it's crazy, personally. Well, the statue itself I don't see as crazy. I understand the reason behind the statue and all that. What I think is crazy is how many people flock just to Rio to see the statue. I mean, there's so much else to see in Rio, from my understanding, other than just a statue. I mean, it's like going to Rome and just going to see the Vatican and not seeing the Roman Colosseum or anything else. Just going to just see the church. At least that's how I see it. It's like, why? There's so many other things you can see, experience. You can't, you know... Yeah, there's no other giant statues of Jesus that I'm aware of. There could be. I'm not gonna go do a world search for giant Jesus statues. But it's like, there's so much else in the world. Everyone focuses on, like, Rome has the Vatican. Everybody talks about the Vatican. Oh, if you ever go to Rome, you gotta go see the Vatican. What about the Roman Colosseum? Now, what about the artwork? I mean, you don't go to the 16th chapel to stare at the floor when you're there to see the ceiling. You know, there's more to what everybody needs to see. I'm crazy, probably. I just think there's more to life than just one thing to look at. Maybe I'm crazy. Well, actually, I know I'm crazy, but maybe I'm to the point that other people don't get it. Stranger things have happened. I never thought Donald Trump would be our president, but look and behold. I didn't vote for him, but, you know, whatever. Everybody's different. Everybody does everything differently. Oh, excuse me, I hate hiccups. Exactly. There's much more to everywhere than just, you know, a statue and a party. Look at New Orleans. Everybody talks about New Orleans is literally everything you'll ever hear about New Orleans is you'll hear, and I'm from the South, so that's why it comes out New Orleans, is you'll hear about the French Quarter and Mardi Gras. That's it. You don't hear about any of the historic plantations or the old ghost hunts. You know, any of the, you know, what makes New Orleans, New Orleans. All you hear is but makes tourists appear. There's more than just tourism. Maybe I'm nuts. But the biggest thing is, I know that, like, if you go to somewhere else, you need to go with somebody who lives there. You don't just go with a tourist group, because I know if I went with a tourist group, they'd tell me the same thing I already knew. You know, this is the city, it does this, blah, blah, blah. You need to go with a tour. You need to go with somebody who lives there, because then they can show you the cool stuff. You know, the stuff that's not in a tourist guidebook. See, if I went to Rio, likelihood of me ever leaving the States is pretty much zero. Other than if somehow I win the lottery, I'm going to Japan. Which I would. I'd go to Japan. But you gotta go with somebody who lives there, because at least then they know the shit everybody else doesn't know about. Go with a tour group. All you're gonna... I went to a national park with a tour group. I didn't learn anything that wasn't already in the tour book. I wound up meeting a friend whose dad, you know, had always been out there. He took me on back trails that I never even would have known about. And I got to see animals up close. Like, I wasn't close enough to touch the bear. Thank God, I'd probably wet myself. But I was close enough I could actually see a bear. start doing tour groups. You'd be surprised how much money I've made money doing that around my own hometown. Taking tourists around, showing them like the local hot spots and places they could eat and drink. If I was rich, I'd live in Japan. That's it. Honestly, I don't want to go everywhere else. I just want to live in Japan. I love Japanese culture. I grew up with Japanese culture my entire life. I'd rather be in Japan than the US. A lot of my family are Asian. Korea, Vietnam. I mean, I've got so many family members from more Asia than anywhere else. Mind you, a lot of them are also Russian and stuff like that, but I grew up with the culture. I mean, I don't want to eat ramen, I don't want to eat sushi, but I could live off ramen for the rest of my life. I grew up always surrounded by Japanese culture. So I feel more comfortable. I'd feel more comfortable in Japan than I ever would here. Also, taking into the fact Japan is so it's socially awkward to some people in Japan, where I'd be completely content. Not a lot of talking, just, konnichiwa, dominasai. Yes, I do like Asian music. I listen to a lot of anime music. That's where my Asian music is. I do listen to some K-pop and J-pop, but as I said, I prefer anime better. Just for myself, I prefer listening to anime. And I know technically it could be either which way. It can be K-pop or J-pop, but when I hear it, it's like the song from Soul Eaters or Full Metal Alchemist or Dragon Ball Z, and not just the Rock the Dragon, Dragon Ball Z intro. I mean the actual ones that had actual music. That's what I hear. Well, see, I wind up watching... This is what I watch. I don't watch standard TV. I play video games. I watch anime. Occasionally, I'll find those weird TV shows that are only in Japan. They're comedy shows that are like game shows. And I enjoy watching them. And I occasionally, if I can find one that's not so bad, I'll watch Korean soap operas because they're hilarious. Stone Sharper Fighter. I don't listen to a lot of it. Holy crap. I think that's either 10 million or 100 million. I don't know Red Velvet. Most of the time, I just listen to Pandora. So, unless I look, I don't know most of the group's names. I mean, there's lots of music I enjoy that I honestly couldn't tell you who's singing. I like a man. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. He's just like, I still have to stay independent. It's like, I look like a man. I just thought it was funny. So you never actually told me what you had eaten, Sergio, other than Brazilian food, which that could be anything for all I know. I know for a fact it's quite common to have goose liver down there. Not saying that's what you ate, I'm just saying. It's common. Common for a lot of weird foods. Not saying your food's weird, I'm just saying there's a lot of weird foods people eat that other people don't. I have a friend that eats... They're called Rocky Mountain oysters. If you don't know what they are, believe me, you don't want to. But if you want to, then I'll tell you. Everybody eats and drinks weird stuff some places. Every country's different. I'm in the US and I don't understand some of the crap my friends I know drink and eat. Now my brain's horrified by the images of some of the stuff I know they eat. Well, everybody, I know there's lots of different. I just meant what were you eating earlier? Because you had said you were eating Brazilian food, so that's why I was like, what did you eat? For all I know, you ate a burrito. And if you ate a burrito, that's fine. I was just curious. Now, dang it, now I've made myself want a burrito, and I don't even eat burritos. So it took me talking about it, now I want it. I've lost a duck. There's the duck. Hi, squirrel. You back? Oh, that's cool that there were some herbs in the dough. I didn't know if you were back, squirrel. For all I knew, you came back to just haunt me like a weird dream. Not saying you're a weird dream, just saying in general. That's good. Where'd you go? Were you smoking special herbs? Are you ready to be countrified? I don't know. I'm strange. I don't know. Now I want to question if there were special herbs in that chicken. There is. It's not like I'm judging. Okay, so you got high. Oh, you were at a restaurant. Well, you didn't even say you were leaving. You were just poof. It's so cruel. It broke my heart. I was so broken. My friend was here and then he left me. It's all good. I smoked weed when I was 13, so. I'm not gonna judge you. Almost everybody I know has smoked it. I don't know. Honestly, I know very few people who haven't smoked weed. Honestly, it would be the equivalent of trying to count how many people go to church. And I don't mean like once a week or every day. I just mean go to church in their life. It's the equivalent of people I know who I'm more likely to know somebody who doesn't have an animal than I am to find somebody that I know who hasn't smoked weed. And as I've always told people, I don't do it anymore. I did it when I was young, but to each their own, you know. You have a nice night, Sergio. Konnichiwa. Which is actually hello, but so I will say sayonara. But as you were saying, Squirrel. Jaden? Okay. I like calling you Squirrel, though. Just sounds fun to say. I'm talking to the squirrel. It's like a superhero. The day will be saved by the flying squirrel. You can call me what you want. Well, it's up to you. I'll call you whichever one you prefer. It's completely your choice. I just think it's cool that your name has squirrel in it. You don't care that much? Okay. I'm being honest. I just love that your name says squirrel. Because there's so many... I like squirrels. There's so many things that pop... So many pop cult references to squirrels. I have the urge to watch Phineas and Ferb just to listen to Candace sing about how there's squirrels in her pants. Just say it. That's what pops in my head. Now I have squirrels in my pants in my head. That's what's in my head now. A lot of them are all under automatic watering, so I'm not that worried if I miss some. I'll check the flowers. The flowers are only there for the bees. It's honestly, that's all I'm growing them for, is because bees will make flavored honey if you grow flowers near them. Yeah, I see them right here. Yeah, there's lots, like, once the flowers are grown and there's a flower near the bees, they'll make flavored honey. Just like, pigs will find truffles for you, which is what you make there. These things will make the flower pots grow flowers instantly by themselves in the spring. My farm auto feeds everything. For the most part, it's all automatic. I have a secret plushie that you can only get on the last day of, well, any season. I'm on year 3. Like right here. This is a rare plushie. This apple. He is hard to get. Or actually, he's really easy to get. You just gotta know what the hell to do to get him. Okay, you know about that. No, I didn't know. Have you finished your community building yet? hello, and that's cool. I'm sorry you haven't finished it yet. Is there any pieces you just having trouble finding, or you just haven't finished it yet itself? Yeah, fishing's a pain in the ass unless you have like the right stuff. Then it becomes a lot easier. I don't know what year you're in. Year 2, Willie, that fisher guy, actually has a better fishing pole. But this is the one I have. I haven't gone fishing in a while, so I haven't looked at what's on my fishing pole in a while. Like this, if you can, once you get that kind of pole and you like put this on, it'll slow the fishes down. Willie has all kinds of different stuff he sells for fishing. I'm on a PlayStation 4. I haven't done any modding of fishing. All my fishing I got myself, other than a few fish that I wound up picking up from the traveling merchant guy. Which I only learned a while back when he shows up. I honestly didn't originally know when the traveling merchant would show up. I didn't know he showed up Fridays and Sundays. I didn't know that. See right there, day 10, year 3. I will say this. Once you can get Sewer Guy, he sells fish, I think, on Thursdays. I think. Don't quote me. Now I'm curious. I may have to go check. I'm not 100% sure when he does, actually. I think it's Thursdays, though. I gotta go by, let's see, that's 4, 48, 51. Okay. Rough idea how many of those I had to buy. No, don't eat the egg. Yuck. Eat raw eggs. Move your butts out of my face. Looks so weird to just have your face buried up in an animal's rear end in this game. Should do it. All my fencing have rotted away over time until I can afford the item that makes it where they don't age. Alright. Do do do. Yeah, I won't lie. I had like one or two fish from the trash cans, but for the most part, I did all my own fishing, and I got a few from the merchants once in a blue moon. Other than the guy, I had to buy the eel because I could not catch an eel. I had tried and tried and tried, and Korobos, or whatever his name is in the sewer, finally one day sold an eel. And that was the only one I didn't, for the most part, everything else I fished for, but I had to buy an eel because I could not catch one. I tried the entire summer. I literally would harvest my stuff or water my stuff and go right to the ocean, and I couldn't get anything. Yeah, Wednesdays. It's Wednesdays. See, fish. I will take a fish. This is what I want. This thing instantly takes you home, no matter where the hell you are. You can be all the way in the desert, in the bottom, in the dungeon. You lift this thing up, and it instantly takes you home. A second, I got a message. A friend of mine apparently just got a PlayStation 4. I had to tell him how to look me up, find me. I have no problem helping people game. What a strange gamer tag he chose. Yeah, the merchant's good and all, but he doesn't always have what you need. That's why I also, when I got to the sewers, I was happy. I gotta go find no dang anchovies. I'm lazy. I ain't finding no anchovies. I avoid the fishing missions now. I mean, I still have to finish fishing just to get the achievement, but for the most part, I don't want to fish. It just got to the point, you know, it got boring. As weird as it is to say that, it just got boring. All the same thing. Fish, 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 fish. I mean, it's not bad. I just got tired of fishing. Right there is what I was talking about too. I'll buy a couple because I don't really need. I can't find what I'm looking for anyway. I'll just buy 60. But see, right here is what I was telling you about, Squirrel. She sells these. And mind you, I already have almost all the ones I'm gonna get out of the stone, but I'll take 20 just because you never know. You never know what you'll find. As for the rusty key, I don't have the stuff that I need to go into the skull mines, but I mean, I have no problem showing you. And I'm back to being by myself, it says. I don't know. I plan to finish out this game's day and probably just turn it off. I've been at this almost 3 hours, so we're gonna finish out. Whether I have people here or not, whether you're hearing me or not, I'm gonna finish out today. Get my stuff planted. Get them watered, and then I'm gonna call it a day. And I'm gonna probably go play by myself. Why? Because I can. Do I care? Not really. Am I gonna care? No. Why? Because I can. Da 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 da. Break all this stuff. See if I got anything good. Probably not. Where were you when I looked for you a couple days ago for a mission, Quartz? All this is stuff I already had before. I'll just sell it. Make more money. Man. Take those. Head back to my place. Get these planted real quick. Do do do. Do 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 do. We'll clean all this stuff again. Alright. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, my hair's in my face. Take all my stuff. Throw it in the sell bin. Oops, not that. That'd be just a waste of money to just throw them in there. But let's see. Check what today's date is. Crap. I don't know if he'll like it or not, but that's what I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him fish for his birthday. Yeah, one thing you need to know, anybody watching or not watching, is on birthdays and holidays, no matter who your person is that you're gifting to, if you hand them their favorite item, it's 8 times higher on an increase on friendship than what it would be standardly. I didn't know I had another cutscene coming. Oh my. Guy's got an asshole. Is an asshole. I get that he served in the war, but it's stupid. I know people who have PTSD, and I've never seen any of them freak out about popcorn. I will say that right there. I've never had anybody freak out over popcorn. I want to punch this guy in the dick. I'm sorry, I don't usually say that about a video game character, but that guy. That guy really makes me just want to punch him in the dick. Gets mad at her for making popcorn. Popcorn. It's delicious. You can't get mad at somebody because they make popcorn. Now I want popcorn, but I have none. I know I don't have any popcorn. I ate it yesterday. Because the game made me want popcorn then, because it was like, oh, it's going to tell me about the recipe of making popcorn. I don't want to go into Haley's room. That's the one person in this entire game that I've actually... I had played this before. I got all the way to year 4, and then all my game stuff got deleted, had to start all over again. But that's the one person I always hated in every one of the game. Every time I played was Haley, because she's so snuck up. Now don't get me wrong, I understand why she's snuck up, but I hate her. There's just something about her personality just ticks me off. I don't know. Maybe I'm loco. I don't get it. I just don't like her. There's a lot of characters in this game I don't particularly feel affection for. There's something about her, though. I don't know. She just ticks me off more than anybody else in this entire game. Well, it's nice that I just run into a fence. Sometimes I just apparently just want to run into a fence in the game and just be like, da 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 da. Oh, I never checked the sewer today. Yes, my cellar is now a sewer. I know there's no lights in my house. It's because I have no furnishings. My kid's passed out. My husband's probably passed out in bed too. Nope, he's standing by his computer. What is he up to? Jealous husband there, ladies and gentlemen. Jealous video game husband. Alright, well, that's the end of this day. And I honestly think that this is a good... I'm probably going to carry on with that behind the scenes because I've got things I need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Squirrel, if that's you in the comments, you have a nice night. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. I'm going to try and get my Tales games to work. If not, I may be on here doing Fallout 4. I'm not sure. I got to see what I can get to work. But as for now, I'm going to go ahead and close and end this broadcast. So you guys have a nice night. If you're out there, drive home, be safe, don't get into accidents. But bye-bye.